Control. There are two types of control. There's personal control and relational control. Personal control is when the individual feels that they can influence their circumstances surrounding them in their lives. Relational control is the process where individuals share influence with others within the relationship itself. Willingness to adapt one's own needs for control to the needs of others is of utmost importance to form quality relationships. Most effective relationships are based on shared control. Shared control would be an example of parallel control. Control is transferred back and forth within the individuals during the relationship. This is the most effective form of a relationship. Another form of relational control is symmetrical, where there is an equal distribution of control between the two people in the relationship. Complementary. Complementary is the third type of relational control. Complementary, there is unequal distribution. That it used to be the norm for there to be a complementary distribution of control between the healthcare provider and the patient, where the healthcare provider would have more control in the relationship and the patient would be more submissive or have less control. We're trying to get away from that nowadays in the healthcare profession so that there's parallel control and that control is shared back and forth, or even to the point of where the patient has more control over their certain circumstances and situation so that they can feel empowered.
Now that we have established the definition of control, we move on to the definition of trust. Trust is the communication that enables others to value themselves more fully as unique human beings. Our book says that it's important for patients to trust healthcare professionals as competent and caring because it helps the client face their fears and uncertainties of illness. Take note of these definitions. In the next video clip, you will see a healthcare provider that negatively affects the patient's sense of control and their trust in the healthcare provider themselves.
Did you page me?
Yes, I did. The baby needs, he needs respiratory treatment.
Okay, I understand. We've already done the treatment. It's not working. I have other patients that I need to take care of right now, so,
She really needs a treatment. She's got a lot of distress.
Okay, I understand. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Due to the healthcare provider's attitude, the patient is not confident that the professional is competent nor cares. Therefore, fears and uncertainties of the illness itself are increased. And there is a lack of trust for the healthcare professional and of lack of control in the situation itself. Now let's watch the second healthcare provider step up and take control of the situation, giving the patient a sense of trust in that they are competent and they will stick with them through the whole process.
Okay.
Where's he going?
He'll be right back, but
He's not breathing right. I don't understand.
right, and I'm gonna go run and get my boss.
He didn't even touch my baby.
Right, I understand.
You
But-
see him breathing right?
And I do, and I'm gonna go talk to the charge nurse and find out what we can do. Okay, so how does that sound?
Okay, but hurry, please.
Yeah, I will. Okay, all right, okay, and I'll be right back. Okay.
I hope that you have enjoyed this video, the 5 communication variables in healthcare. It is very important as healthcare providers that we use these communication techniques to treat others as we would like to be treated, and always be mindful to take others' feelings into consideration in the field and in the situations of everyday life.
Ta-da!
Good.
So- In complementary distribution, there is no longer. I am not sure.
No longer norms for
Voiceover?
There's no longer norms for healthcare providers.
Yes, there's no longer norms for healthcare providers. And what this, I think, meant was willingness to adapt one's own needs. One's own needs. Do I have to get back into the same spot that I was in
Not really.
so that there's no jump cut or something?
You can transition it.
I'm kind of really glad you're here now.
Yeah.
Okay. Willingness to adapt one's own needs for control for the needs of others is of utmost importance.